I've gotten countless comments asking me to build a V12, so yeah, there you have it. We're gonna build a 7-liter Crazy Horse V12. It's gonna be one pure crazy V12 noise that's coming through those exhaust pipes. Let's start at the most important part, the bottom end, which will consist of a mix between billet steel parts and Ford heavy parts. Also, we're going to be using VVT on all cams, quad sodas that are on plus 15. We're also going to run this thing on nitro methane. As you know, it's one of my favorite fuel types. So, what I'm hoping for power for this thing is, well, 8000 horsepower isn't too hard to get, hopefully. In this particular situation, it would not be hard to get. Which also kind of crazy, we can rev this thing all the way up to 9400 RPM. That's a lot. This is a lot of cylinders moving at a high rate of speed, which that to me is crazy. We're gonna put the RPM limiter on this engine. I believe it's gonna be 9000 RPM for now, till I sort out our compressor, because it looks like it's having a bit of an oopsy, as I like to call it. So yeah, over 4000 horsepower already without trying too much. So let's raise the RPM limiter a lot, something up to 94 to 9600 RPM. I think there we can leave it. We're making 4500 horsepower on pretty much 1 bar boost, but a whole lot of cam time, or in this case, cam profile. Adding some boost, let's see how far it can carry us. We're probably gonna start maxing out around 7-ish thousand horsepower, because that's roughly where this engine is probably gonna live. Also, another thing we need to watch for is our turbo size. Specifically our exhaust side of the turbocharger, which is also a turban, that's what they call it. Anyway, we need to watch for that. Probably gonna get too small in terms of where we can actually use it, and it's probably gonna get overstressed and all that stuff. I'm probably gonna try and switch over to bigger turbos if that starts happening, but we'll see. That's just how I'm gonna look at it. We're at 7500 horsepower, so I'm pretty happy about that. So running in some boost issues, so that's a bit of an issue. And also we can't mess with too much of the air ratio, so that's also a thing. We can, however, switch to a twin scroll manifold, or in this case a twin scroll housing. Let's just see if I can't mess with it to make more power per se. Probably gonna go lower the compression till we make our number. Probably gonna be 8000. As I said, that's probably gonna be where we end up. This engine shows a boatload of potential, and we're gonna try and explore it as far as we can, but if the engine starts doing what it's doing now a lot more frequent, we know we've pushed it too far. So I'm gonna start this check. Okay, so we can't use that. That's probably gonna be a problem. Also see this now being a problem again, so it's probably best we switch to our twin scroll housing again, because the VGT probably is overheating. It's probably why it's flickering that whole bunch of stuff, but I'm not too sure about that. Let's see if I can't get us to the 8000 horse mark. Let's see if that's possible. Lower compression again. So it doesn't up too much. So let's see if we got, yeah, okay, we can go up a little more. And horsepower, but lower in boost. So see, that's an issue there. Okay. I can't mess with. Let's see if we can increase our cam profile a little more. Over 8000 horse mark. Cool. And we add a little compression. You can add a little bit, but not too much. It seems like it's gonna explode again, as per usual. Let's see. It's starting to look good. Perfect. Oh wow, okay, so if we lean it out, it makes a boatload. We basically made up 100 horsepower in a sense just by leaning the engine out, which that's crazy. So we're over my horsepower number, which was 8000 horsepower, so let's see if we can get 82. See if that's a possibility. Alright, there we go. Yes. Okay, we're almost at 82. Perfect. Go a little more with this engine and we can see if we can't get it. Come on. Alright. Okay, so it's happy living there. Maybe we can mess with boost and try and get it up there. Right, so if we mess with this, okay, so we had it, I just had it. Let's see if we can't run out further, then it starts breaking. Right, so we can't really mess too much with it that way, as the engine seems not to cooperate, so I'm going to leave it there. So that's why I'm going to leave it, so we're going to do 2 down around, one looking at the engine and looking at the clock. Let's see what this thing sounds like. It's good. The absolute raw V12 sound of this engine is absolutely insane. Thank you so much for watching, and if you do like this type of content, hit that subscribe button. Also smash that like button if you enjoyed today's video. But that's all from me for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.